Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hi, dear friends. Today we are back with our book, Living Spring by Emmanuel through Chico Xavier. Today is a beautiful chapter again by Emmanuel, reminding us to be patient. And it's in chapter 129 in Living Spring. So he says, you need patience so that after you have done God's will, you may receive the promise. And it's Paul in Hebrews 10 verses 36. You have probably been holding on to tormented hope for a long time. You would like the world's answer to your longing to appear immediately, enfolding your heart. However, what kind of peace could you enjoy in the apparent triumph of your dreams if you have not redeemed the debts that chain you to the problems of difficulties? And let's just pause here. Emmanuel says that sometimes we wish for things, we want some things, and we want it to come quickly because we don't have patience. He says that in this world's triumph of our dreams, if we have not redeemed our debts that chain us to problems of difficulties. So he says that we have debts that we need to work on. And what would that be? Let's read on. How can you have a moment's rest when your creditors is demanding payment? Your creditors, he's talking about those family members, those people at your work, everywhere we go, that we are here to redeem what we did so that we can help them, so that we can assist, so that we can serve. Could a criminal find rest in light of due reparation for the crime he or she has committed? You know that destiny will materialize your plans for happiness, that victory will finally crown your pathway of struggle, but you find yourself bound to the circle of certain obligations. And he will explain that. He says, your home, which has become a forge of anguish. We know that the trials and the reparation start in our home, with those family members, those closest to us, where we work to serve, to help, to correct things from previous lives or even this life. And he says that your workplace, where you suffer slander or cruelty, the family member to whom you owe respect and love, but from whom you receive scorn and ingratitude. So we owe so much to so many people and souls around us. And sometimes we want to receive more than we give. We don't see that we are here to serve and to correct some things. He says, the family member to whom you owe respect and love, but from whom you receive scorn and ingratitude, the web of obstacles, the conspiracy of the darkness, needless prosecution, the infirmity of the body, the imposition of your environment. So he's bringing up a lot of things that sometimes we would look at and think, but I don't like my life. I don't like where I am. I don't like my family members. I don't like my job. I'm not happy here, because we always think that we need more and something else to be happy. I'm sorry. Needless persecution, If trials have imprisoned you behind restrained bars of a duty you have to fulfill, be patient and satisfy the obligations you have embraced. He's talking about that before we incarnated, we choose to be in this family, to have this mother, this father, this husband, this children, so that we can repair what we did, so that we can live together and repair previous lives where we really didn't do good to each other. And he says that be patient and satisfied with our obligations, to be thankful. And in the book, the Gospel, according to Spiritism, there is the biggest chapter in the book is about being patient. Oh, sorry. Blessed are the afflicted. And if we read through through this blessed are the afflicted, which Jesus really constantly reminded us about, is that to be thankful, because if we are afflicted, we are learning and evolving. If we feel conflicted, say thank you that God entrusts this task of renewing ourselves, of correcting, of repairing, so that we can then evolve and help others around us also evolve in working together, in being an example. He says, do not renounce your renewing endeavor. Do not let go of this task that you were so excited or so anxious to do, to be incarnated, to repair things. Don't forget about that. Remember that God's will is expressed each hour in the circumstances that surround us. In each hour, there are so much power. We can correct ourselves in every minute. And that is why it's important to look at ourselves, our thoughts, our environment, everything that's happening around us, and see how we can correct ourselves constantly in each hour. That is our power. And he says here, let us pay our debts to the darkness so that the light may be bless us. May bless us. So let's pay our debts. Let's repair. Let's work so that we can let go. And in all these things, let's pray. If you think it is a challenge because nothing is too hard to do, if you think it's a challenge, say thank you. And we know that we are never alone. We're always helped, corrected, inspired, so that we can do better, do more. And he says here, yes, we will accomplish the materialization of our plans for happiness. But before that, we must patiently liquidate the debts we have contracted before the Lord. And that is the law of action and reaction. The law that we need to go through things sometimes so that we can change, so that we can evolve, so that we can learn, and so that we can be happy. But happiness is also a choice. It is a choice in each thought, in each thing to be thankful. And we know that gratitude plays a big role in being happy. If we look at small things and we are grateful for small things, the clothes where it comes from, how many people work for small things that we take for granted, where it comes from, the land that has to be prepared, the seeds that has to be planted, the rain that has to come from God. There is so many things. Then the people that have to work on the fields, take it to some place and eventually we have that. So there's so many work and sacrifice in things around us, which we should look at and say thank you and bless everything. Because the clothes on our backs, they they protect us and say thank you. If we have a house, say thank you to your house. Thank you for protecting me. Let us put great things in our house. Clean it when it needs to be clean, so that we can put our energy. Say thank you when there is something to do that you can be useful. I know that Chico Xavier was always happy if he can just wash a glass. So let's be thankful for the small things where we can be useful in, and be patient with each other. Be patient and know that everything passes, and focus on giving back. Look at every situation as a repair that we need to do. And if you don't feel well, pray about it. Ask for help. And this is why educating ourselves is so good for us, because it helps us focus and see that we are not victims, that we are here to repair. In every circumstances, there's no victimization. So thank you for joining me. Let's practice being patient and giving back. We know that we are here to repair and to pay off our debts to others that we didn't do good in previous lives. Thank you so much. Until next time, beloved friends, God bless each and every one. Take care. Bye bye.